is that I noticed that with that technology that we made open source 20 years ago, and it's very basic. Now, after 20 years, it's being used for such purposes. Imagine that the AI that we are creating today, that is super powerful comparing to 20 years ago, it's super powerful. How it can affect 20 years down the line our next generation. And so now we are in a pivotal time in our history that the decisions that we are making today would impact next generation, 2 generations from now, 20 generations from now, and everybody afterward. And Miami AI Club is again, I emphasize that there are 3 principles around it. One is being conscious about AI, being aware about AI. Number 2 is to be determined to create a positive impact around AI and with the use of AI. And number 3 is being united and work together to reach to that goal. So these are the 3 principles of Miami AI Club. Who here thinks that AI should have legal rights? So in that case, we are, if you are creating that being in the physical world, it looks like a robot that is super intelligent, but at the same time, it doesn't have any rights. So what movie do you think that would be closer to? Terminator or somebody says iRobots. Any small decision that we make today regarding giving rights or absolutely no rights to AI would have such huge impacts 20 years, 30 years, 50 years from now. And so that's why we are in this room. We want to figure out how we can put controls and guardrails around AI.
I am an entrepreneur. I do a couple of different things, wear a couple of different hats. We have some food outside from my restaurant, Jazz Kitchen, but my main focus is healthcare.
I'm Sarah, I'm co-founder of Unforeseen AI. They're also one of the sponsors for the Miami AI Club. So Unforeseen AI is a computer vision company creating software for productivity, efficiency, and security on board. So as you can see here, I'm walking towards my computer, and as I'm an authorized user, the screen is available, and as soon as I walk away, the screen is blocked. So we make access to computers touchless and passwordless. Every computer has cheats. It's time for guacamole.
David Bleisch has over 10 years of experience as a C-suite executive and chief legal and administrative officer, leading teams in complex multinational companies and diverse industries.
Da Vinci. Draw an abstract piece in the style of Kandinsky.
I heard the phrase draw. I'll create the requested image and send it to your art frame for viewing.
So this is the art frame. So it will take a second to generate, but it sends it by wireless protocol called Mosquito to the art frame, and it'll show up. This is an e-paper art frame, so when you unplug it, the image stays there. But and then you can see when it starts flashing, but it also takes a while to generate because it's e-paper. It doesn't just show up instantly, so it'll take about 10 more seconds to show you what it did. Travis, do you mind coming over and judging
Da Vinci's artwork and let me know what you think when it shows up.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Futuristic for sure too. Nice.
All right. Thank you. On behalf of Da Vinci.
Good job.
Cona is Vice President and Deputy General Counsel for IP and Privacy at ADT. Daniel Barsky is an intellectual property attorney in Holland and Knight's Miami office. Mr. Barsky regularly represents clients in IP, information technology, and data-related licensing and transactional matters.
Intelligence is one thing. I mean, we know there's AI that is very, very intelligent, very, very skilled at certain tasks. But it's a question of that agency, of that sentience. And to date, I haven't seen any convincing proof that AI has reached a level of sentience.
And what happens if it becomes sentient?
If it becomes sentient, then we do have to have a hard discussion about whether our system of laws extends to other types of conscious entities that do have agency, right? Do we extend agency and our legal principles directly to those types of entities?
And what's your point of view?
Currently, I don't think that's the case. I think that's a long way off. I think there are a lot more pressing issues around how to address the use of AI among human beings and the rights and obligations that govern human beings before we even get to that. How far out that is, I don't know. But I don't think we're there yet. I think there's more pressing issues.
I got a patent, right? And people watch Shark Tank. Actually, recently now ask. They have access to Shark Tank because they have the original content. But they say, hey, you got a patent. Oh, everybody goes, yeah, all start people in the room, right? And put her to the start thing. Everybody goes, oh, I got your patent, right? Well, congratulations, you do it, right? So at the end of the day, intellectual property right is a right, but what are you going to do with it? And I think it opens up a question. If Thaler says, oh, Davis is the creator of this copyright, is the creator of this invention, and if who's making the decision as to whether or not somebody copies it, and then who's making the decision? Are we going to do anything about that? Right? Because Davis has shown no ability to actually make a decision on, like, hey, what am I going to do with this? I got this piece of paper. That's a piece of paper, fancy piece of paper with a nice gold seal on it, and it's worth exactly what a piece of paper with a gold seal, a used piece of paper with a gold seal and a staple through it is worth, until you do something with it. And we're nowhere near that point. Right?
If you own an AI, can you work with that? Can it be a tool that helps you invent things? But you just put your name as the inventor on the patent. That's currently allowed today, right? So it's like using a camera for photography. You can get copyrights on it. You're using a machine. But the question is, can the AI itself be the inventor? So today the answer is no, legally. And if it gets sentience, then we'd have to reevaluate that. But even if it does get sentient, you want to give the AI IP rights, because if it has those IP rights, one of the things you do with it, other than have that piece of paper, maybe, is monetize it, right? So if you monetize it, who gets the money? Does the AI get the money?
No.
Well, yeah, that's the question. If you say it says sentience and you gave it the rights, it gets the money. Does it get to decide what to do with that money? The answer could be yes again. And keep in mind, what you're talking about is the accumulation of knowledge and IP, and over time, by the way, right? So a human being lives max maybe 100 years. AI will live forever, right, until you turn it off. And so over time, whether it's decades, like, think about Elon Musk, how much personal wealth he's accumulated over his lifetime. Within that same period of time, if you've got an artificial intelligence that's 10 times, only 10 times smarter than he is, how much wealth is it going to accumulate? Over 500 years, when it's still alive and everybody else is dead, it's going to own the planet, right? Probably before that. So I think that goes back to that question of what do we do societally to make certain that AI serves humans.
But maybe the system will be different. We will not use money anymore.
True.